all the people that aren't Muslim and are watching this, and if they're, especially if they're English and or they're, Scottish or they're Welsh or they're, white, understand we're not here to take over anything. We're here to just raise our families.
We're doing the same thing you guys are doing.
Yeah.
The only thing we have one more that
we're not trying to take over and put Sharon's law
exactly
in place.
the only thing that we
That's
have.
probably why we're here, because if we were in a country where it had Sharon's law, we'd probably,
Well,
the way we are, when we were younger, that is.
We wouldn't fit in. We'll probably be dead.
Because we're brought up here, innit? This is what we know.
The culture
this is what we know.
But like I was saying, the only thing that we have one more that you guys don't have is our taqwa, our knowing the oneness of God, our introduction to God when we were younger through our faith. That's the one thing that we do have. And believe you me, I would love for you to have that as well, because that makes you a complete human. The problem with most of the Western countries, they've learned not to have religion as a part of their life. Whereas we have, even
Christianity, it's just everything's faded, isn't it?
It's faded away.
Away, sadly.
We're all just trying to keep our heads above the parapet as well, and just make some money for our kids,
everything,
leave a legacy.
Everything Islamically that like give to the poor and all of it, they do that all in countries that aren't even Muslim anyway. And even back in the day, even like in England, they, even the Queen, there's pictures of the Queen before she, when she was around, bless her, when she was a lot younger, that she had, her face covered, like a hijab on, like her hair was.
It was a very normal
it was very modest
thing to do even in this country where women used to actually cover
their head. Then you got
head.
those people that would just say, "Oh yeah, it's changing with the times, isn't it?" No, it's not changing with the times. There was always people that were dressed inappropriately in places in the world, even back in the day.
But they were called wrong.
They were called wrong because
Simply
it was
put.
inappropriate.
Like the other day when we were talking about your homosexuality, and it existed before.
Yeah.
But before it was called
what it was, basically.
Wrong.
Called what it was.
Now we're being told to accept it.
We're forced to accept
We're forced to accept it. Sorry. Yes, absolutely.
So there's agendas that are just always kind of rifing up in all aspects, and they from every angle, and that's how they divide and conquer. That's what you've got to remember, that it's not the brown versus the white, or the white versus the black, and this person. No, it's just all of us.
It's not. We're all against the Chinese. It's the Chinese. It's us against them. I'm joking. It's never us against me against you. It's always us against them. The state. And that's the control that they have and the power they have over us, that they keep us divided. You're gonna look at me and think, okay, well, he's driving a nicer car than me. Fucking Paki, what's he doing here? Go back to Ramadan. That kind of thing. I love that, isn't it? Go back to Ramadan. What? Let me see you build a mosque in your country. Really? Probably got one on every street, honestly. But yeah, it's not about me against you, dude. It honestly isn't. It's
Sorry.
I hate those areas though. I can't stand it, man. I love integration. We've grown up in London.
Yeah.
I like to see my black neighbours, my brown neighbours, my white neighbours, my Chinese neighbours. I love to see them all.
You learn off each other, man. You got everyone's living amongst each other.
Exactly.
Nicely, and
it's a nicer way to live. It really is. You learn different cultures. You learn how different. And we, what it is. Have you noticed before they used to drink out on our Gaza Strip? We call it Gaza Strip where we live. They used to drink out there. Now, for I think the past year or two, they don't do that anymore.
They don't do it anymore, yeah.
And it's like something, because they understand that, okay, these Muslims, they don't drink.
Yeah. No, it's nice.
People learn, and like Islam was never ever spread by the sword. It was always spread by the good actions of the Muslims that turned people towards Islam. There's a very well narrated story of our Prophet ﷺ when, this Jewish woman used to throw water out on every dirty water out on him every day, and one day she didn't, and the Prophet went in because he checked up on her and she was ill, so he cooked for her and cared to her basically, and maybe wrong, but later on her or her son or someone converted to Islam simply because of that action. And Islam itself is a very, very beautiful way of living. The submission to Allah means that you are living your life as ordained by Allah. And if you're going to live your life as ordained by Allah, you're going to bring people towards you. You're going to have the good energy. You know, you're going to invite people to your way of living. And that's how we need to do it. You know, and I think, I've said this before, I think the one country that may become, Western country that may become Muslim,
Don't say it.
Will be
Don't say it.
The UK.
Oh.
I think so, because the oneness of God, how we love Jesus, how we love Mary, peace be upon them.
But that's the thing that a lot, the uneducated, again, it winds me up in that sort of sense, because I just want people to open their eyes, because
they'll carry the cross around,
even in religion, how much we respect, love Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, you know, it's not, you know, it's like it's unheard of it on behalf of them. It's like they don't know. It's like they think that we're that against them.
Yeah.
And the religion saying to be that against
and we're trying to kill their religion.
Yeah, and
exactly.
It's not that. It's, you know, it is media, everything that controls it.
It does.
It's easier access to kind
look, we've seen it, and you guys have seen it. When a white guy does something, he's a white guy, lone wolf, whatever. But when a Muslim guy does something, exactly. When a Muslim guy does something, then the factor of his race or his ethnicity he can be Pakistani. I don't care. That doesn't concern me. But when you say he was a Muslim, if he wouldn't do that crime if he was an actual Muslim. You know,
this is what people need to understand. They're doing that to point the finger at
exactly.
That,
So it's
not that the guy
was
obviously the guy was tapped in the head if he's done something stupid.
It's about creating this common enemy for the indigenous to say, yeah, all your faults and all your problems are because of that brown man across the street who worked hard his life, paid tax all his life. You know, he's actually made a living for his family. But no, he's the reason why you're still in a Fiesta and he's driving a Merc. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. It's you got to look beyond that. Wake up, as say, become woke. It literally is become woke. Understand the power you have and how you're being manipulated and utilized for their greater good, not even for yours. What good are you going to get by coming and stabbing me and my family up? What's that going to do to you? Nothing. It's just going to make you more of a vile person. So nip it in the bud. Come speak to us. If you see a brown person, go chat to them. Now, honestly, I kid you not, they're not going to run away a mile away from you. They're not going to try to bomb you or blow you up. They will want to chat to you and be respectful. You
probably get free takeaways.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or they'll come give you a box of mangoes or something. I don't know.
Mangoes. You mango.
Yeah, you mango. I didn't like that. Bro, don't call me mango. Don't shout Murungi.
Murungi.
So racism is rife. Our cultures and our societies and our demographic, especially the generation before us, they didn't help towards that either. They didn't, right?
No,
because they stuck to their own little communities and their own.
They didn't want to mix.
They didn't want to mix.
That was only because they didn't know what to do with it.
No, I remember back in the day, and it's so sad, and I'm sorry in advance. I remember back in the day, Mum made me cross the road because she saw a black guy coming from the other side. You know, she's like, "No, come this side." And I said, "Why am I going to come this side?" I go, "Why? There's a black guy there." Now, what's he going to do? No, just because it's portrayed as.
My mum was a bit more relaxed about it because she was from Uganda.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
She was used to You know,
hey,
black,
go bring my shopping from the car. You know? Okay, auntie.
Okay, auntie. In Swahili as well.
In it, yeah. But yeah, it's.
But no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, we had that. Our elders, they didn't integrate fully with. You know, the neighbors, and you know, because obviously if you moved into an area and you're the only brown person there and all your neighbors are white,
when she saw a package.
Shit, him again. But yeah, we didn't do, you know, they wouldn't, if you move into a neighborhood like what we did, you know, we moved in, we had Gorde in front of us, we had another family, you know, we would go down, hi, we're from so and so, how you meet the kids, what have you, you know, and it gets to a point where now, alhamdulillah, we're blessed. They're happy to let their kids come play in my house. You know, you take them to cinemas and all that, and they wouldn't do that if they didn't trust you. And it's about breaking that barrier. So we as a community have to actively work towards breaking the barriers. And if there is someone that's showing a clear disgust to you, or a clear hate
there's going to be idiots
you,
in everybody. Yeah,
you have to still approach that. You have to approach it not in the same manner, but you have to approach it in a better manner, where you don't give that person a reason to hate you. Or, like, do you remember when we moved here and there was that one Gora who used to live on the corner? And you could see he first he didn't like us because we were the new guys here, and obviously makes it worse that we're brown. Makes it even worse that we're driving nicer cars, and you know all like that. It didn't help. But the way I approach that is I just go and start chatting about his cat or something like that, and you know, it just sort of spiral from there.
Best mates, huh?
Now, yeah, you know, I haven't seen him in a long time. I hope he's not dead. But I haven't seen him in a long time. His car's been parked there quite a long time, actually.
Yeah,
but funny enough, his mum's still alive. She still comes around every now and then. Anyway, digress. But yeah, it's approach them. If you see someone who has a clear disgust with someone who's actually avoiding you, rather than letting it build up to a point where there is confrontation, just approach them. Be nice to them. Ramadan's round the corner. Ramadan's round the corner. Make sure you let him in. Ramzan is round the corner. Use that as an opportunity. You know, when you do iftar, you made a plate for yourself. Send it to them. You know, they might chuck it in the bin, but they'll be like, "Oh, look, this pack, he keeps bringing me food, man. He's all right. He's not bad. He's not like them. He's all right." It's the other ones. It's the others. But yeah, make that step towards it, and nothing bad will come of it. It will be something good. But if we retaliate in the same, then it spirals out. Then they have a reason to hate us because we're in their country, so to speak. My country, bruv. But, you guys were in their country. So in that sense, make the effort. And we have population. You mentioned Bradford earlier. We have areas where there's vastly like 90% is ethnic, and there's a place in up north called Walsall, and that is like 98%. Just one demographic, Pakistanis there, and those kind of places, I personally don't like them. But if you live in those kinds of places and you have a white guy that comes into your place, then be a bit inviting to them, be a bit approachable. Don't make him think like, oh my god, I so shouldn't be here. Because we felt that when we go to majority white areas.
And briefly, just before we go, a lot of people that I was I've grown up with as well, that were borderline kind of like racist in that sort of sense. They would say as well, in terms of when it comes down to like what happened with the British Empire, let's say, like in history.
Colonialism.
That was history. That why are you bringing up old shit for? But that's what makes
us now.
Now and
that's what dictates
and without going into that too much, everybody knows the history, everybody knows all of that. What you've got to remember, whether you're white, black, whatever you are, and you're from England especially, what made the British Empire great is all the multicultural and all the mixture and everything.
Everything you took away from the other country, basically. That's what made the British Empire great.
Just to touch on even like when you hear about Asian people that fought in wars, sort of thing, you always, and this is no disrespect to Sikhs or Hindus or anything like that, but you hear that you hear about these many Sikh people, that these many. Did you know there was like nearly, I think, 1 million Muslims that fought in the war? Yeah, 100%. Men from India, from this place, from that place, all full of Commonwealth, that came there to fight for a land that didn't even ever been to, never heard of, nothing. What are we doing? What are we?
What are we fighting for? Doesn't matter, just fight. They gave us food. They said food, and if we make it to dinner, it's going to be more food and dessert. Something called pudding. I don't know what that is. Sounds good though. Pudding. I want it. They said we can get dinner and pudding. So just kill him and then we go and we have dinner and pudding. I want pudding. I might go for seconds as well. But they did. They fought wholeheartedly. Like white guys, imagine me saying, bruv, there's a war kicked off. Come over to Pakistan.
Come Pakistan. India's kicking
off
again.
Bare mangoes. India's kicking off again. Just come over. You'll be like, nah, bruv. So I got to meet Dave at the pub later.
But no, it's true though.
1.something million Muslims actually fought in your wars, in these wars, unjust wars, unnecessary wars. But they fought, and it's not like we're asking, okay, now we're here. But you also got to look at, we mentioned the colonialism and the colonization of these countries. You can't give us a way of living. Show us this is how you're supposed to live, okay? Or drink your tea with your food. You can't show us that way of living, a more civilized way. Let's be honest. And then sort of piss off and leave us to our own devices. It doesn't work. We start arguing. Hey, this finger and that finger. I know this finger. Which finger we said to lift up? I don't know. Just lift them all up. Don't drink the tea. Fuck it. But you can't just fuck over and say, deal with yourselves. So we said, nah, mate. We're coming with you. We want the tea as well. So we're coming with you. And that's basically what it is. And I think that... in many ways we're blessed that we live in the UK, because that's what makes us so great, that all the cultures and everything that's around us. So just basically to sum it up once more is racism is only your lack of integration. That's what racism is. If you're a racist, it's because you failed to integrate. Go out. The person you hate right now, Go up to that person and speak to that person. I guarantee you, he doesn't hate you. I guarantee you. If anything, he's always probably wanted to speak to you whenever he's seen you, but you're giving him the screw face. So, spread love, not war.
Yes,
basically what it is.
Don't divide and conquer. Don't let them do what they don't do what they want us to do. Like that one.
Exactly.
On that note, salam.
Alaikum salam.